Today, I'm gonna try and survive in this prison cell for 100 days, trying to avoid monsters, corrupt police officers, and trying to survive with no food. So, this was my prison cell. Very empty and very dull at the moment, not a place you want to be staying. I also had no food, so had to go and look for some on the first day. Once we found some food, we put it in our inventory and we got to eating it. We went exploring in the car park and I saw some things I couldn't believe. We then went into the store and got ourselves a bed because on the first night we want to be staying comfy. Once we had our bed set up, we set out to do some shopping at the mall. In this game, during the day, you can go to the mall and other places to pick up some furniture and decorate your prison cell. I picked up a TV and I put it on the wall so I could watch TV at any time I wanted. It was now night time and I closed my prison cell door. I wanted to do some painting because I felt like my room looked a bit boring. This is what the final product looked like. We then did the ceiling because I didn't want to leave it the way that it was. Now I think the final product is amazing. I think it's time to sleep. Day 2 was not as exciting as day 1, only because we brought this plant pot back to make the room look a bit more cozy, and then we discovered a second room. But I spent most of my day decorating this room and turned it into this. I thought this looks pretty cool if you ask me. I don't know what I'm going to turn this into yet, we'll see tomorrow. This morning I woke up and I decided I'm going to get some gym equipment for that room. I need to get buff as we are staying in a prison and I don't want to be messed with. I want everyone to be scared of me. I did bring a trolley, but for some reason the equipment wouldn't fit on the trolley, so we had to carry it all the way back home using our muscles. We then put our equipment in the back room and I'm so excited because now we can get some muscles. It is coming towards the end of the day though, so I'm going to get some sleep. I can't believe it's day 4 already and we are back to the mall. I needed some more gym equipment. I couldn't just have one machine in there, so we looked for another one and this one looks good to me. I can do some pull-ups on here, I can do some dips on here. I like the sound of that, and look at them two together. We then went into another shop and we got some speakers because you cannot do a workout without music, right? Or at least I can't. We then put the speakers in the corner and our little gym looked great. We then headed out and got some food because my character was a little bit hungry. After food, we changed the floor to our bedroom because I thought the previous flooring looked a bit boring. I think this looks a lot better. It then got to night time and I decided to go visit some friends. These are people that I met during the day and invited me back to their room in the night. I started talking to this woman about our experiences in this jail so far, and then I joined her friend. But it was time to leave because day 5 was around the corner. I might have made a mistake because after the conversation with my new friends, I went outside because I wanted to see how scary it really was. And then as I turn around, I see this monster running towards me and he attacks me, and guys, we get severely injured. That means we have already died once and we cannot die more than 3 times or else the challenge is over. On day 5, we went for a little bit of an adventure, and as I was walking through this corridor, I stepped on this spike. I didn't realise how much it would hurt me, but I had to spend the rest of the day hobbling around in pain. I shouldn't have done that, that was a really bad idea. I was in that much pain, I literally couldn't do anything for the rest of the day, so I just went back to my cell and fell asleep. The next day, we went straight to the urgent care because I needed to seek medical help. But I forgot we're in a jail, and as I looked around, I could not see any medical staff anywhere. So I knew that I was screwed. I knew that nobody could help me, and I just spent my next days in pain. I thought I would feel much better by going to buy myself a coffee machine. But when I was going home, I realised that it was almost night time and I was struggling to walk. I knew there was monsters around and I was trying my best to hobble all the way home. I turned around and I was being chased. I had to hurry up and thankfully we did make it back in time. I got the coffee machine and I put it right next to my bed. I couldn't wait for my coffee. Things weren't getting much better as I was hungry. I only had a Coke in my inventory to drink, which didn't help me that much. We then went into the inventory room and I had a little bit of money, so I decided to buy some things. Because them creatures outside, I wanted to show them who the boss really was. I tried throwing knives, it didn't work, so I tried to freeze him and I actually managed for about 5 seconds, but I got scared and just decided to run away back to my cell and go to sleep. We are now officially a week into the challenge and I got some medkits because my health was low and I really was in a lot of pain. However, when I spent my money on these medkits, I couldn't find them anywhere. I lost them already, so I couldn't even use them. These past 48 hours have been absolutely awful for myself, so I decided to go and buy some artwork and put it on my wall. It makes me feel a bit better. After doing some more exploring, we then found a football table outside in the car park, and I knew I had to take this back to my cell because I love football. That is going right into the centre next to my gym. I cannot wait to play on that. We then shut the door as it was getting towards the end of the day and went to sleep. I am finding myself hungry quite a lot, so this morning I decided to go to Burger King and get whatever burgers I could see left out on the side. Yes, they may give me food poisoning, but all I cared about right now was my hunger. We then went to McDonald's as well, because I knew they would have some burgers out on the side as well, even if they weren't very healthy. Then something really unfortunate happened. On my way back to my jail cell, I was lost. I could not find my way around this mall at all, and it was getting late. Nighttime was nearly here, and as I was on my way out, I saw that it was nighttime, and I turned around because I knew for a fact that I was not making it out of that shopping mall alive, so I had to go and hide somewhere, and I found the nearest door and hid in there, locked myself in the corner and just hoped for the best. With the morning just around the corner, I decided to go on a little adventure and explore the building, hoping there was nobody around. I looked through windows and saw nobody, but as soon as I opened the door, I was encountered by a police officer. He was chasing me and eventually got me. I couldn't believe it. I've already died twice in this video and we are not even 10 days in. On day 10, we decided to upgrade another room. We started off by painting it. We were going to go with white because this room was going to be my kitchen. This is where all my food was going to be stored and made. After a couple of hours of painting, I was quite happy with how things looked, but now we needed some furniture. I went to the stores and I looked at the furniture and found this blue cupboard. I thought this would look really nice in my kitchen, so I travelled all the way back home and placed it on the wall. I wasn't done though, and I had much more furniture to get, so I was going back and forth with all this furniture trying to upgrade my kitchen, trying to get everything done on time. It was all heavy and I was feeling exhausted. I was also very hungry, but I was on a mission. As you can see, things were slowly coming together and all these cupboards were making the kitchen look nice. But it was late and I needed to go to sleep. Day 10 and we were still working on the kitchen. We have made so much progress, but we still needed a few last bits. So one of the more important bits was a cooker. How are we gonna cook food without an oven? I don't know. So we got an oven and we placed it in the kitchen. We then needed some utensils, so we bought a whole pack of knives to put on the wall. Also, it means that all these creepy monsters, if they ever try to come in my cell, they are not going to survive. Now we went to bed because our kitchen was finished and we were tired. On day 11, even though I thought our kitchen was finished, I realised it wasn't, so I added a table in there and finally it was done. We then went and got some food because I was always hungry. With all this work I'd been doing, my energy was going down quicker and quicker every single day. On day 12, I was looking around the whole mall for my shopping trolley. The one that I couldn't fit my gym equipment on earlier, but I couldn't find it anywhere. It was so frustrating. But we did find this floating carpet in one of the shops and I thought it was really cool, so I went and took it all the way over to my jail cell. You don't believe me that it floats? Well, look at that. It does float. How cool is that? It was now night time and I went to inventory and with my money I bought a bat because I wanted to do some shopping. I wanted to buy some more things for my cell, and I was more than likely going to need some protection. I had never been this way before, so I wanted to go around the store, through the back, and see if there was any shops there. I kept turning round and I couldn't see anything, so I kept going and kept going. But I soon realised I reached a dead end, and I was like, oh no. I went to turn back, but as soon as I turned this corner, things went wrong. I died, and that is my third death. I didn't complete this challenge. I was so disappointed, and when I got back to my cell, people had gone and ruined my hard work and placed a load of random stuff in there. I couldn't believe it. 12 days of hard work just gone down the drain. Well guys, if I'm going to tell you something, it's that I will be back. And I will complete this challenge. So if you did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.